No, go right ahead.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Okay, off you go, Steve.
I'm walking down the track, I got tears in my eyes. I'm trying to read a letter from my home. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home. And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. This train I ride on is 100 coaches long. You hear that whistle blow 100 miles. If that train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home. And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. I'll pawn you my watch, and I'll pawn you my chain. I'll pawn you my golden diamond ring. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home. And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. If my woman tells me so, I will railroad no more. I'll sidetrack my engine and go home. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause I'm 900 miles from my home. And I hate to hear that lonesome whistle blow, that long whistling down. Thank you.
Middle left.
Thank you. Great to hear you again, Steve.
We hope to make it there sometime. We were going to be coming in September 29th, but I doubt that it's going to happen.
I'm not sure we'll be going anywhere for a long time. So, good to see you. So,
Amanda, this is John White
hello, John.
here. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
So I lost all Zoom and
I think we're losing you a bit there as well, John.
yeah.
Can you try again?
Yeah. Have you got me?
Yes, got you just now.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Our next singer is going to be Dave Earl from Lewis Saturday Folk Club. So, bye, Dave, while I mute everybody, and then unmute yourself.
We'll go to
Right, I think I've unmuted myself. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. This is a song I do quite a lot. It's actually one of the Cicely Foxsmith poems that Dave Webber put to a tune, and it came out as this song. I fell in love with a Limehouse lass, but she has proved untrue. She looked as fresh as a figurehead that's just been painted new. But she's gone and married a lighter man, and it's time for me to go. But I would have loved you so, my dear, I would have loved you so. A shake of the foresheet pays for all a sailor leaves behind, an alehouse shot, or a friend forgot, or a sweetheart false or kind. But the blooming mud looks off the ground, and it's time for me to go. but I would have loved you so, my dear. I would have loved you so. So a last goodbye to Limehouse Reach, and a fond farewell to you. A man's a fool that would die for love, which I don't mean to do. But this girl's a smart in every port, from here to Carlisle. But I would have loved you so, my dear. I would have loved you so. For she's gone and married a lighter man, and it's time for me to go. But I would have loved you so, my dear. I would have loved you so. That's the end of that. Sorry, I didn't get that quite right, but too late now.
That was unbelievably a bad reception that we're getting here.
It was.
I'm
Really
afraid
bad here as well.
you did-
Crackling up.
Was that my transmission or your reception?
I think your transmission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Dave, you
I
sounded
got a
bit-
message from Zoom saying my internet connection is unstable.
Ooh.
Mm.
Sure, it wasn't you that's unstable, mate.
That's true as well, of course.
I moved myself.
Can't find
People are on Wi-Fi.
He said, "What is you paying on a scale of 1 to 10?" And I was like, "I don't want to exaggerate, but like, no."
I could say something.
As soon as she saw me start asking me all these
People-
questions, then as soon as I didn't even know about it, then as soon as I answered everything, she was like, because I did go through my tooth thing with
I
her.
can't
because, like, I have a hole in my
Somebody
wisdom
having a
tooth.
chat in the
I
background.
said, like, I do get infections and
Okay.
stuff with my tooth. And she asked if I've been to the dentist, and I said, yeah.
Oh, yes.
They're being hacked.
You're on the
So
phone.
I'm going to mute everybody. Okay, so the next singer is going to be, just a second, is going to be Jean W. Jean W, can you hear me? And if so, please unmute yourself and sing for us.
Hi, yes, I can hear you. Nice to be with you. I've never actually made it up to London in person, so I'm really looking forward to tonight. I'm down in Ramsgate in Kent. I do know a couple of people that are on there. I hope you can hear me all right, because the sound seems to be breaking up a bit at this. Okay. As I walked out one May morning down by a riverside, there I beheld a bold fisherman come rowing down the tide. Come rowing down the tide. There I beheld a bold fisherman come rowing down the tide. Good morn to you, bold fisherman. Now come your fishing here.
I use Sensodyne for, now I'm using the charcoal.
I would advise you to change the
I use
Sensodyne.
Sensodyne. Yeah, I use that for.
Just in case
Anyway,
it-
fuck it.
I'm sorry, but it can be.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully tomorrow is gone, because I can't have another night of it.
Are you working in the mornings?
No, at 2 o'clock, 2 to 8. I asked them to give me afternoons because I told them I'm not.
Right.
She explained to you what it is, what can happen.
She said it's about the nerves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically a blood vessel.
Yeah, it's like the
pushing on
vessel
nerve.
pushing it.
I don't know what on earth happened there, but I think somebody accidentally unmuted themselves and interrupted. So Jean, I think you wisely stopped. Can't hear you, Jean. Can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The screen went blank and there was loads of voices, so I just stopped.
Yes, I don't know what happened. I can understand that put you off quite badly, actually. So Would you like to either start again or take up where you left off? And we would love to hear you, your whole song this time. If everybody could please remember not to accidentally click anything that brings them onto the stage somehow. Okay, fire away, Jean.
Okay. As I walked out one May morning, down by a riverside, there I beheld a boat fisherman come rowing down the tide, come rowing down the tide. There I beheld a boat fisherman come rowing down the tide. Good morn to you, boat fisherman, how come you're fishing here? I come a-fishing for your sweet sake, all by this river clear, all by this river clear. I come a-fishing for your sweet sake, all by this river clear. He's taken his cloak from off his back, he's gently laid her down. Then she's espied 3 chains of gold, come twinkling 3 times round, come twinkling 3 times round. Then she's espied 3 chains of gold, come twinkling 3 times round. She's fell down on her bended knee, for mercy she is implored. For I'm calling you a boat fisherman, when I fear you are some lord. When I fear you are some lord. For I'm calling you a boat fisherman, when I fear you are some lord. Rise up, my lady fair, from off your bended knee, for not one word that you have said has least offended me, has least offended me. For not one word that you have spoke has least offended me. He's taken by the lily white hand, saying, married we shall be. Then you shall have your own fisherman to row you on the sea, to row you on the sea. Then you shall have your own fisherman to row you on the sea. Oh, fisherman.
I can't go.
Thank you very much, Jean, for that.
Oh,
I'm glad you got to do the whole song. The next person with a hand up, and I've taken your hand down already, Felicity, so don't be alarmed, is Greenland Felicity.
Woo! Hooray.
That's quick.
Hurrah.
Yeah, I think these I'm not sure how it decides who goes to the top of the list. It's not me, I'm just taking them the order they're in, because otherwise it's too confusing. So Felicity, you are next.
Without just doing the order.
I'm in.
And you need to unmute yourself.
Hello, everybody. As I'm in Japan and it's 4:15 in the morning, I don't want to disturb the neighbours, so I'm going to sing a really short song, but this is my little contribution. Little Mr. Baggy Breeches, I love you. If you'll be my Sunday fella, I'll patch up your breeches with purple and yellow, and folks will say, as they lean on the old sea wall. Patch up your breeches with colour till ye have no breeches at all.
It's all defaulted back to the. Maybe I didn't do it. Actually, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Yeah. I think I'm doing it actually on a different user. That's why. Okay. So I deselect that, and then I go to advanced.
We're getting somebody's tutorial going. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't. Yeah. Microphone input. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alison.
Yeah,
chaos.
brilliant. Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
Fantastic. Now our next participant.
Yeah. I've selected that now. Yeah, and there were a couple of other things.
Yeah, but Clive Wolf's iPad is the next
Hello.
one. And
How in the world that Clive Wolf has an iPad?
Oh,
No,
that's brilliant. Yeah,
you mean
sorry,
the
I
real
forgot
Clive
that I was
Wolf?
previously in as a.
I mean, the real Clive.
Oh, thanks so much.
I'm
Sorry.
going to put you on next. I'm going to mute everybody.
Okay, I'll snig you a snap.
Okay, so the real Clive Wolf. I have
Right,
unmuted,
here
and it is over to you.
Alfred, I don't know how to do it.
I have unmuted
Right.
you. You're fine. You're
This
good.
is, this is, can you hear me? Can you hear me, even?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
I used to sing this. I used to sing this to the girls. It's very short. Very short. A sly old fox one day did spy, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day, a bunch of grapes that hung so high, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day. The fruit he dearly loved to gain, but although he tried with might and main to gain the fruit was all in vain, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day. Now the fox's patience nearly lost, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day. His expectations black and cross, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day. Although he tried for nearly an hour to gain the fruit was beyond his power, so he went and he swore the grapes are sour, fa-lolly-dido, diddle-lolly-day. End.
Bravo.
If you like that to read.
Thanks very much, Clive. I don't think I've heard you sing that before.
I can't remember. The last person I sang it to Rebecca when she was about 3.
Was that the last time you sang it?
You probably haven't heard it, Amanda, because he hasn't sung you to sleep.
No, well, you assume so. No, I made a terrible mistake, and I lowered somebody's hand without calling them first. It was Mandy Wood. Mandy Wood is our next singer.
Hello, hi.
Hi, I'm just going to mute everybody, and then if you can bring yourself back in.
Is that right? Can you hear me?
That's you. Yeah, good stuff.
Okay. Thank you. It's lovely to hear everybody. I've just gate crashed tonight because we want to try and do that in our local group in Oxfordshire. But I'll sing a short one, see if that works. Thank you. My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. When will I see him? Oh, not never till we meet in heaven above. Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so he will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me. He told me that he dearly loved me. How could I believe it untrue? until the angel softly whispered, he will prove untrue to you. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me. Tomorrow was to be our wedding, God, oh God, where can he be? He's out a-courting with another, and no longer cares for me. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me.
Under Petra.
That's
Yeah.
Petra.
Thank you very much, Mandy. Did you say Oxfordshire?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So you got a club there?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, great. Good. We have quite a good spread of people from elsewhere this evening. It's quite amazing.
Yes, it's really nice. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
But closer to home for Sharks, our next singer is going to be Paul Carter.
Hey.
Well,
where are you, Paul?
I'm here. Can you see me? Hear me?
Yes.
Good. I'm hoping Alison wasn't thinking of doing this tonight, because we both do this song. So apologies, Alison, if you were thinking of doing Ship in Distress. You seamen bold that plough the ocean, see dangers landsmen never know. It's not for honour or promotion, no tongue can tell what they undergo. In the blusterous winds and the great dark waters, our ship went drifting all on the sea. Her headgear gone and her rudder broken, which brought us to extremity. For 14 days, heart sore and hungry, seeing but wild water and bitter sky. Poor fellows they stood in a totter, casting lots as to which should die. The lot it fell on Robert Jackson, whose family were so very great. I'm free to die, but oh, my comrades, let me keep lookout till the break of day. A full-dressed ship, like the sun a-glittering, came bearing down to their relief. As soon as this glad news was shouted, it banished all their care and grief. Our ship brought to no longer listing, safe in St. Vincent, Cape Verde she came. You seamen bold, who hear my story, pray you'll not suffer the like again.
Lovely, lovely, pal.
Yes, excellent, pal.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, pal. So our next singer is, I can't keep track in the participants list of who is who. So whichever David's iPhone 6 is, please identify yourself and give us a song.
I think that's me, David Jones, in
Okay, okay. So, great. I shall mute everybody else and then you unmute yourself and fire away. Did you say Florida? Are you there? Are you there, David?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you say Florida? Oh, you're on mute again.
Oh, is that okay now?
Yeah.
Oh boy, this technology is, but yeah, I'm in Florida, and there's a couple of days left in April, so I'll sing you on one April morning. 'Twas on one April morning, just as the sun was rising. 'Twas on one April morning, I heard the small birds sing, singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy, and sweet were the notes that I heard the small birds sing. Young men are false, they're full of all deceiving. Young men are false, they seldom do prove true. With their roving and their ranging, their minds they're always changing. And I'm thinking to find out some other girl that's new. Only if I had my own heart back in keeping, only if I had my own heart back again, close to my bosom, I would lock it up forever, and it would wander never so far from me again. Why must you spend your long, long time in courting? Why must you spend your long, long time in vain? For I don't intend to marry, I would far sooner tarry. So why do you spend all your long, long time in vain? 'Twas on one April morning, just as the sun was rising. On one April morning, I heard the small birds sing. They were singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy, and sweet were the notes that I heard the small birds sing. There you go.
Good. That was lovely.
Yeah, David, I'm so sorry that the virus has deprived us of having you as a guest at our ballad session at Sidmouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe next year.
Well, let's hope.
Do I have to mute or something? Don't I know?
No, don't worry. We'll I shall deal with that. I shall mute everyone, and I think we will have John White now.
Hey.
I can find him to unmute him. Okay, I'm muting everybody, and John will be with us shortly. Okay, John, you should be unmuted, so we should be able to hear you. Are you there, John? I wonder if I have successfully unmuted him or if he's wandered off somewhere.
It shows as muted.
Oh, really? Okay, I've got that wrong then. Okay. Unmute.
It shows just his picture, so maybe he's not there right now. Oh, there he is. There he is. Now he's back.
Yeah, I can't unmute him. I click on it, I click unmute, and he's muted. That's not good.
I can't see him.
It's just not visible. And oh, there he is.
Yeah, let me try.
Try unmuting everybody and muting them all again.
Yeah, I might need to do that. That's yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
there he is.
Is that you? Is that you, John?
Yeah, my sound keeps cutting out off and on.
Okay, well, everybody else should be muted and we can definitely hear you.
Oh, all right.
So please fire away.
Oh, you want me next, do you?
Yes, yes, please.
Oh, no,
sorry if you missed that. Yes, it's
sorry,
you.
no, I didn't. That's a bit I missed. Anyway, hello everybody. Last week I sang Ewan MacColl's tribute to the showbacks who sailed who crewed the tall ships, and this is Ewan's song about the guys this week who sailed the seas around the British Isles. It's the Shoals of Herring, of course. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day. Out of Yarmouth Harbour I was faring as a cabin boy on a sailing lugger for to go and hunt the shoals of herring. I'm going to take it down a tone if you don't mind. Oh, the work was hard and the hours were long, and the treatment too, it took some bearing. There was little kindness and the kicks were many as we hunted for the shoals of herring. Oh, we left our home grounds in the month of June, and for canny shields we soon was bearing, with 100 cran of the silver darlings that we'd taken from the shoals of herring. Then you're up on deck, you're a sailor man, you can swear and show a manly bearing. Share your turn on watch with the other fellas as you're following the shoals of herring. Oh, we fished the sword and the broken bank. I was cook and I'd a quarter sharing, and I used to sleep standing on my feet, and I dream about those shoals of herring. In the stormy seas and the living gales, just to earn your daily bread you're daring. With oh, I earned me keep and I paid me way, and I earned the gear that I was wearing. Sailed 1,000,000 miles, caught 10,000,000 fishes. We were following the shoals of herring. Shoals of herring.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Lovely, John. Thank you. So,
You can make yourself a light coffee if you like.
quite possibly for another nautically themed song, but who knows? Our next singer is Garry Walker.
Who?
Garry Walker. Garry, are you there? Come in.
Yes, I'm here, yes. Yes, this song does have a slightly nautical flavour to it. It's a traditional ballad called The House Carpenter. Well met, my own true love. Well met, cried he. I've just returned from the salt, salt sea. And it's all for the love of thee. I could have married the king's daughter dear, and she would have married me. But I refused her crowns of gold, and it's all for the love of thee. You could have married the king's daughter dear, I fear you are to blame. For I am married to the house carpenter, and he is a fine young man. Oh, will you forsake your house carpenter and come away with me? I'll take you where the grass grows green, on the banks of the salt, salt sea. Oh, if I forsake my house carpenter and come away with thee, what have you got to maintain me upon, and to keep me from poverty? 6 ships are on the sea, and 7 more on dry land. 110 boat sailormen shall be at your command. She picked up her sweet little babe, gave it kisses 1, 2, and 3, saying, you stay right here with the house carpenter, and you keep him good company. She dressed herself in the rich attire, so glorious to behold, and as she rode upon her horse, she shone like glittering gold. They had not been at sea 2 weeks, 2 weeks or maybe 3, when this lady, she began to weep, and she wept most bitterly. Tell me, why are you weeping so? Do you weep for your golden store? I'm weeping for my sweet little babe, who I shall see no more. They had not been at sea 3 weeks, 3 weeks or maybe 4, when our gallant ship, she sprung a leak, and she sank to rise no more. Once around spun our gallant ship, twice around spun she, 3 times around spun our gallant ship. Then she sank to the bottom of the sea. Farewell, farewell, my own true love. Farewell, farewell, cried she. I have forsaken my house carpenter. Now I'll die at the bottom of the sea. Now I'll die at the bottom of the sea.
Excellent.
Good, Garry.
Beautiful.
Although it's a British ballad.
Oh,
Where he is.
Yeah, great to hear that, Garry. Thank
Oh, we've lost our house, haven't we?
There she is.
She's back.
Yeah. No, it's always great to hear a good ballad. Well done. Our next singer is going to be Ray McLoughlin.
Yay!
Excuse me.
Hang on a minute, Ray. Can't hear a thing. You need to unmute yourself.
Forgetting about the niceties, all right, yeah. Thanks. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. I never died, said he. In Salt Lake City, Joe, says hi, him standing by my side. They framed you on a murder charge, says Joe, I never died, says Joe, I never died. The copper bosses shot you, Joe, they filled you full of lead. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe, and I ain't dead, says Joe, and I ain't dead. Him standing there as large as life and smiling with his eyes, says he what they forgot to kill went on to organize, went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where workers strike and organize, it's there you'll find Joe Hill. It's there you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. I never died, said he.
Thank you very much for that, Ray. One of the standards, always good to hear it. Our next singer is Jan. Jan? I'm muting everyone, and Jan, you need to unmute yourself. Are you there? It's quite difficult with my wee phone because I need to try and find people. Can anyone see Jan?
I can see me. I can't unmute me.
You are unmuted.
Am I? Oh, right. Okay.
Unmuted. Yeah.
I had a problem last week with my sound, as you know. Right. I think Alex Glasgow song. Close the coalhouse door, lad. there's blood inside. Blood from broken hands and feet, blood that's dried on pit black meat, blood from hearts that know no beat. Close the coal house door, lad, there's blood inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bones inside. Mangled, splintered piles of bones, buried 'neath a mile of stones, not a soul to hear their groans. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bones inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bairns inside. Bairns that had no time to hide, bairns that saw the blackness slide, bairns beneath the mountainside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bairns inside. Close the coal house door, lad, and stand outside. Geordie's standing at the door, and Mrs. Jackson, like a fool, complains about the price of coal. Close the coal house door, lad, there's blood inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bones inside. Close the coal house door, lad, there's bairns inside. Close the coal house door, lad, and stay outside. Is that okay?
Great, thanks, Jan. I'm glad we got to hear you this week.
Thank you. Yeah.
Last week's disaster. So
I was awful. It was awful last week. Yeah.
Up next we have Angelica. Angelica, what do you have for us?
Can you hear me? Many a night while you lay sleeping, dreaming of your amber sky, was a poor boy broken hearted, listening to the winds that sigh. My little darling, oh how I love you, how I love you, none can tell. In your heart you love another, little darling pal of mine. Many a day with you I've rumbled, happiest hours with you I've spent. Thought I had your love forever. Now I find it's only lent. My little darling, oh how I love you, how I love you, none can tell. In your heart you love another, little darling pal of mine. There are just three things I wish for. That's my casket shouting great. When I'm gone, don't weep for me. Just kiss those lips that you betrayed. Oh, little darling, oh, how I love you, how I love you, none can tell. In your heart, you love another, little darling pal of mine, little darling pal of mine.
Lovely. Lovely.
I think that was our first accompanied song tonight, was it?
No, I accompanied myself on the first one.
Sorry, that seems so long ago now. In a good way, in a good way. Thank you, Angelica. Our next singer is Martin Neal.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's my favourite. One of my
Are you
favourite.
ready, Martin?
Write a song from May Bradley, one of my favourite singers ever. Oh, the first time I entered sweet Swansea, all the truth unto you I will tell. I was handcuffed and put into prison and locked up in a dark, dismal cell. Oh, my cell was dark, dismal, and lonely. No light could I see there at all, and the neat little door, it was bolted, and my bed was a plank by the wall. Next morning my turnkey came to me, and he told me to fold up my bed. He did hand me a cup of cold water and a small little loaf of dry bread. Here's bad luck to those judges and juries that won't let a poor prisoner go free. Every man to his friends and relations, and it's me to my sweet liberty. If I only could find some sweet eagle, I would borrow his wings and I'd fly. I would fly to the arms of my true love, and it's on her soft bosom I'd lie. Sweet Swansea.
Well done, Martin. Well done. That's a bit funny.
Thank you very much. Heartfelt. You haven't been in prison, have you, Martin?
No, appreciate that.
No more than the rest of us.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, so our next singer, all the way from Berkeley, California, but
Riggy.
somehow in the Golden Hind also, is Riggy.
Riggy, Riggy, Riggy.
Hey.
Riggy?
Here's a little bit of the cemetery in the downtown Hampstead. I wish I knew the name of it. Maybe one of you can help me. Come with me to the old churchyard. I so well know those plains wreath the cold green sward. Friends in there that we used to regard, we will trace out their names in the old churchyard. Mourn not for them whose trials are o'er, grieve not for them who can grieve no more, for sweet is their sleep. Though cold and hard their pillows may be in the old churchyard. I know it's vain when our friends depart to breathe kind words to a broken heart. I know the joy of life is marred when we follow those friends to the old churchyard. But I were at rest beneath yonder tree. Why would you grieve, my friends, for me? I'm so weary and worn. Why would you retard the peace that I see in the old churchyard? Don't weep for me, for I'm ready to go to that haven of rest where no tears ever flow. I fear not to enter the dark, dreary tomb where our Savior has lain and conquered the gloom. I rest in the hope of one fine day. Sunshine will burst through this prison of clay, and Gabriel's trumpet and the voice of the Lord will wake up the dead in the old churchyard. Come, come with me to the old churchyard.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful, Riggy.
Yeah, lovely.
Just lovely.
I managed to harmonise along there. Nobody else heard it. Some other people did too. And let's see who's next. Okay, Barbara Scott is a newcomer session, I think. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you. Hello.
And I
Good
shall
Lord, you
mute
look
the
the
rest
same.
of them, and you unmute yourself and fire away.
Hello. I lived in London for 5 years, and I went to Sharps a lot. So I want to start with one of the first songs I ever sang there. And I'm about as nervous now as I was then. Lord Lovell, he stood at his castle gate, a calm in his milk-white steed, when along come Lady Nancy Bell, a wishing her lover good speed, a wishing her lover good speed. Oh, where are you going, Lord Lovell, she cried. Where are you going, cried she. I'm going away, Lady Nancy Bell, strange countries for to see, strange countries for to see. When will you be back, Lord Lovell, she cried. When will you be back, cried she. In a year or 2 or 3 at the most, I'll return to my fair Nancy, Nancy. I'll return to my fair Nancy. But he hadn't been gone such a very short time, scarce 6 weeks and a day, when languishing thoughts came into his mind. Lady Nancy Bell he'd go see, Lady Nancy Bell he'd go see. So he turned right around on his milk-white steed, till he came to the gates of the town, and there he heard the parish bells a-ringing, and the people go mourning around, and the people go mourning around. Oh, what is the matter, Lord Lovell, he cried. What is the matter, cried he. A lord's lady's dead, a woman, she said, and some called her fair Nancy, Nancy, and some called her fair Nancy. He ordered the grave to be opened wide. The shroud, he turned it down, and then he kissed her cold, cold lips, till the tears came a-trickling down, till the tears came a-trickling down. Lady Nancy, she died as it might be today. Lord Lovell, he died as tomorrow. Lady Nancy, she died out of pure heart's grief. Lord Lovell, he died out of sorrow, out of sorrow. Lord Lovell, he died out of sorrow. They buried Lady Nancy in the high chancel. They buried Lord Lovell in the choir, and out of her grave grew a red rose bush for all true lovers to admire, for all true lovers to admire.
Hey, well sung. Can you sing again, Barbara?
Yeah. Amanda,
Hello.
this is John White. Can I just say hello to Barbara and say how we have very happy memories of when she used to be at Sharps every week.
Oh, hello, John, and thank you for singing those great songs from Ewan. That made me very happy.
To hear you again, darling.
Barbara, it's great to hear you sing again. I would like to point out that Barbara was a resident at the Cellar for a while.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes,
While she lived with us.
right.
Gomez.
Not a good idea. Yeah, don't do
Well,
it.
that's not a good thing up there, actually.
So, Barbara, where are you joining us from tonight?
I live in North Carolina near the Blue Ridge Mountains, and here we do a lot of bluegrass and old time music, but it's great to hear the unaccompanied songs. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, well, you're another part of our international community.
Oh, yes.
Welcome, and welcome back to Sharps, and a form you probably never expected to see it in. Anyway, okay, thank you very much for that. That was brilliant. And our next singer is going to be Neil. Neil, prepare to unmute.
Okay, right. When first I came down Yorkshire, not many years ago, I met with a little Yorkshire girl, and I'll have you all to know. She was so blithe, so buxom, so beautiful and gay. Now listen while I tell you what her daddy used to say. Treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm, and when I die I'll leave you both me tidy little farm. Me cows, me pigs, me sheep and goats, me stock, me fields, me barn, and all the little chickens in me garden. When first I came to court the girl, she was so awful shy. She never said a bloomin' word when other folks was by. But as soon as we were on our own, she made me name the day. Now listen while I tell you what her daddy used to say. Oh, treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm, and when I die I'll leave you both me tidy little farm. Me cow, me pigs, me sheep and goats, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in me garden. Well, at last I wed me Yorkshire lass, so pleasing to me mind. I always have been true to her, and she's proved true in kind. We have 3 bairns, they're grown up now, there's a grandbairn on the way. But when I look into her eyes, I still hear her father say, oh, treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm. And when I die, I'll leave to you me tidy little farm. Me cows, me pigs, me sheep and goats, me stocks, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden.
I think you stole that from Clive, didn't you?
No, he didn't.
I think we've probably both got it from the same.
Stole it from the Watersons.
Yeah.
Who stole it from America?
I sing a slightly different version.
Really?
Possibly.
I sing a different version.
Who sang it in America?
I don't think that's right.
It's based loosely on a song, sheet music in 1883 from James Bland called The Farmer's Daughter. And I think if you look on YouTube, there's an Irish band that does what they call an Irish version, which is probably true to the American lyrics. They're very similar, it's just without any geographical place.
But it was probably based on a song that started in Yorkshire or something.
Yeah.
But there are other versions from the East Coast. Water had one, for example. Walter Pardman.
Okay. Up next we have the name is Moira Harbord. I haven't clicked whether we have Moira with us this evening or not. So it might be different. But anyway, one of the Harbords. Identify yourself.
Right, okay. Right. Usually I try and sing in my own accent, but when I've tried to sing this one and it's not there. So I have to imitate a US accent slightly. So anyone from the USA, I apologize beforehand. If you want higher wages, let me tell you what to do. You got to talk to the workers in the shop with you. You got to build this union, you got to make it strong. If you all stick together, well, it won't be long. You get shorter hours, better working conditions, vacations with pay, take your kids to the seashore. Of course, it ain't quite that simple, so I better explain just why you got to ride on the union train. If you wait for the boss to raise your pay, we'll all be waiting till the judgment day. We'll all be buried, gone to heaven. St. Peter will be the straw boss then. Now, you know you're underpaid, but the boss says you ain't. He speeds up the work until you're about to faint. You may be down and out, but you ain't beaten. You can pass out a leaflet and call a meeting, talk it over, speak your mind, decide to do something about it. Of course, the boss may persuade some poor damn fool to go to your meeting and act like a stool, but you can always tell a stool, though that's a fact. He got a yellow streak running down his back. He doesn't have to stool. He'll always get along on what he takes out of blind men's cups. You got a union now. You sit in pretty, put some of the boys on the steering committee. The boss don't listen if one guy squawks, but he's got to listen if the union talks. He better. He'll be mighty lonely one of these days. Now, supposing working you so hard, it's just outrageous, and they're paying your own starvation wages. You go to the boss would yell, "Before I raise your pay, I'll see you all in hell." Well, he's puffing his big cigar, feeding mighty slick, because he thinks he's got your union licked. But he looks out the window. What does he see? But 1,000 pickets, and they all agree he's a bastard. Unfair slave driver. I bet he beats his wife. Now, folks, You come to the hardest time, the boss will try and bust your picket line. They call out the police and National Guard. They tell you it's a crime to have a union card. They'll raid your meeting, hit you on the head, call every one of you a doggone red. Fake news peddlers. Well, up in Birmingham, here's what they found. And down in Mississippi, here's what they found. And out in Frisco, here's what they found. And down in Selma, here's what they found. But if you don't let stool pigeons break you up, you don't let racist policemen break you up, you don't let Trump break you up, you don't let race hatred break you up, you'll win. What I mean is take it easy, but take it. Thank you.
This thing said, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice.
Great stuff, Dave. I was not expecting that. That's quite amazing.
Oh,
okay, just for maximum contrast, I'm going to put myself on next. This is a song, by, the words are a poem by Violet Jacob, and I read except I've realised that I changed the tune very slightly. I changed, I think, one note where you're expecting it to go up high. It doesn't, and I think one, I can sing it like that, and two, I think it suits the mood of the song better. But anyway, it's about longing to be in Scotland when you can't be, which kind of applies at the moment.
It's wild geese.
Oh.
But the wild geese.
Don't forget to mute everybody.
Yeah, I just remembered that. Yeah. Okay. I'm still on. What news hae ye for me the day, roaring Norland wind, as ye come blowing frae the land that's never frae my mind? My feet they travel England, but I'm deeing for the north. My man, I saw the siller tides run up the Firth of Forth. Oh, when I ken them well enough, and find they fall and rise, and fain I'd feel the creeping mist on yonder shore that lies. But tell me as ye pass them by, what saw ye on the way? My man, I rocked the roving gulls that sail aboon the Tay. But saw ye Nathan lean wind afore ye come to Fife? For there's MacColl in yon the Tay that's mair to me nor life. My man, I sweat the Angus breeze that ye havena trod for years. O wind, forgie a hameless loon that canna see for tears. And far aboon the Angus straths I saw the wild geese flee, a lang, lang skein of beaten wings with their heads towards the sea. And aye their crying voices trailed a anthem on the air. O wind, hae mercy, haud your whisht, for I daurna listen mair.
Lovely, Amanda.
Yeah, beautiful, lovely. Such a lovely song.
It says everything I'm feeling at the moment, actually. I ought to be going up to Scotland fairly soon, but who knows when. But I guess a lot of us are feeling that way about wherever we want to be. Anyway, our next singer is, singer or singers are Maggie and if you're performing separately, just go back to back. And I am muting. You unmute and then you'll be away.
Okay, right. We are unmuted.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be awash in May songs.
Yeah.
You're not. It has to be done. It's our one, and we'd like to dedicate it to our friends in Dorton yonder who were missing, playing with others. Richard, Neil, and Jan.
Yeah.
It's their arrangement.
Yeah.
And it's about a May processional we took part in on Hampstead Heath some years ago. It was a very Blue Peter affair. Oh dear. Now, I can't remember how it goes.
Da, da, da.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
We wear walking boots and glasses. We are old and getting fat. We have ivy in our hair and we have flowers in our hats. The cops give us a cheery wave, and maybe it's not good that we know they know we have not strewn condoms in the wood. We are ancient, we are modern, and we walk along the way. We are ancient, we are modern, and we're bringing in the May. We wish for love and health on a symbolic horse's back. It has little button eyes and used to be a sock. We've had our knocks, oh goddess, and we don't mind looking fools. For fellowship and dawn and dew and preacher are virtues. We are ancient, we are modern, and we walk along the way. We are ancient, we are modern, and we're bringing in the May. There's a well down in the valley where the living waters sound. It's there that we say poems and we drink with the hounds. Hare and fox and rabbit flee before our merry band. We sing in the sunrise and we bless the lovely land. We are ancient, we are modern, and we walk along the way. We are ancient, we are modern, and we're bringing in the May. Once I was a maiden, then a mother, now a crone. Today's the day I am singing, and one day I will be born. The sun will rise miraculous, as it does every day. Someone who will sing the old songs, and we'll all bring in the May. We are ancient, we are modern, and we walk along the way. We are ancient, we are modern, and we're bringing in the May.
Oh, lovely, Mandy. Really.
Let's remember all those people in Padstow who can't be going out this May Day.
No, presumably not.
Let alone working on the heath.
Yeah, let alone walking on the heath. Well, we can walk on the heath.
Nor can anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen some solo Morris jigs filmed for YouTube. Some of Chingford are having a go. I think they may be.
I bet something happens in Padstow.
I wonder.
I love your line about it has little button eyes and used to be a sock.
Yes,
it really was very, very DIY.
Are you familiar with the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre Company?
Sorry, which theatre company?
The Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet
No,
Theatre.
no. That I'd like to see.
I think they might be for you. Yeah.
Look them up.
Anyway, definitely worth looking up. But in the meantime, we have no socks, but we do have Alison Frosdick, who's nothing
Yay.
like a sock. I need to dig
Oh,
myself
yeah.
out of this hole quickly.
Well, I'm still persevering with trying to play this guitar. So here's a song which you can all join in with, hopefully. Here we go. Right. An old man came courting me, hey ding doorum da. Old man came courting me being young. An old man came courting me, all for his wife to be. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. For he's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie doran. He's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie day. He's got no forlorn, he's lost his ding doran. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. When we went to church, hey ding doorum da. When we went to church, me being young. When we went to church, he left me in the lurch. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. For he's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie doran. He's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie day. He's got no forlorn, he's lost his ding doran. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. When we went to bed, hey ding doorum da. When we went to bed, me being young. When we went to bed, he lay like he was dead. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. When I threw my leg over him, hey ding doorum da. Threw my leg over him, me being young. Threw my leg over him, damn well near smothered him. Maids when you're
in there.
wed an old man. For
I
he's
did.
got no forlorn, bow diddle lie doran. He's
But I
got
want to use it.
no forlorn, bow diddle lie day. He's got no forlorn, he's lost his ding doran. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. When he went to sleep, hey ding doorum da. When he went to sleep, me being young. When he went to sleep, out of bed I did creep into the arms of a handsome young man. And I found his forlorn, bow diddle lie doran. I found his forlorn, bow diddle lie day. I found his forlorn, he's got my ding doran. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man. For he's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie doran. He's got no forlorn, bow diddle lie day. He's got no forlorn, he's lost his ding doran. Maids when you're young, never wed an old man.
Lovely.
Orderly queue, gentlemen, an orderly queue, please.
You say present company accepted or something like that. I'm not sure.
So thank you, Alison. Very, very convincingly delivered, if I may say so. Okay. I mean, now our next performer is another from the iPad family. This time it's Sheila's iPad.
Oh, really?
Sheila, are you ready to go?
Right.
Just let me
Hang on.
mute you.
I haven't sung anything for 5 or 6 weeks, so this may just be a croak.
Just hold off for a second while I mute everyone, and then unmute yourself and you'll be good to go.
You need to unmute yourself, Sheila.
Oh.
Do that. Oh yeah, right. Yes, sorry, I haven't sung for weeks and weeks, so I'm a bit hoarse. So I don't know what this is going to sound like, and I hope this is the right note. Oh, oh, I am a watty, my laddie's bedside. I am a wa for to be my laddie's guide. I am a watty, my laddie's bedside, though his father and mother be angry. Oh, at my bedside, my lassie, he'll no sit. At my bedside, my lassie, he'll no sit. For I have found a guide and a far better fit. So be gone, lassie, what cares for ye? Oh, you might have courted 6, my lad, you might have courted 7, you might have courted 8, 9, 10 or 11. You can go and court another, that'll mark up a dozen, but be kind to your old love for all that. Oh, come back, my bonny lassie, dinna gang awa. Come back, my bonny lassie, dinna gang awa. Come back, my bonny lassie, dinna gang awa. I was only in jest for to try ye. Well, if you were in jest, my laddie, I was in nane. And lang, lang, my bonny laddie, may you lie a lane. Lang, lang, my bonny laddie, may you lie a lane. And think upon the bonny lass that looed ye. Oh, the trees, they are high, my lad, the leaves, they are green. The time is passing by, my lad, that you and I have seen. On a cold winter's night, when you have to lie alone, ach, you'll weary long before I'll come and see you.
Miss Sheila. Very nice.
Well, thanks very much, Sheila. That's two songs about what's the right word? Gutsy women, I think.
Yes. Well, it's a good
so,
answer to all those songs in which he pretends he's dead or pretends he's throwing her over, and you know, and she's supposed to be all meek and mild about it.
Yeah, and
So
what is going on in those songs? I mean, really ridiculous. Anyway.
Well, they're telling women how they're supposed to behave and what shit they're supposed to put up with.
Okay, so Ray, I see you've put your hand up again, but can I save you to the next half because we have there's a few more people who haven't sung this half, and so we'll have them first, then we'll have a break, and then we'll start again.
I'm just getting ahead of the posse, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so our next singer, therefore, is Wendy.
Oh, I don't have any problem with that. Which?
Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm going to try not to sing it's just said my internet connection is unstable, so I hope you can hear me. I think I've got my problem.
You sound all right, although
can you hear me okay?
There's a few twangs, but you sound pretty much okay. We can only see a ceiling fan, though. I'm not sure if that's deliberate or not.
No, that's not what's showing on my screen.
David Jones's picture with the ceiling fan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. I think. Okay. Sleep on isle. It is not quite day for the sad. For the lark she will cry and bring down the morning to where they lie. But the lark has not been yet. Sleep on, child, the birds rest, the cow sleeps in the stall. Oh, the meadows stand gray in this dew down moment before the day to call. Sleep on, child, while the fields are still. They wait for your father's hand, that he'll not go down, and the sun will not shine, and the cock will not crow, till the lark cries over the land. Sleep, child, and heed no sound. Your father may rise in the dark with his boots in his down by the door, waiting for the lark, waiting for the lark.
Lovely song, that. Lovely, Wendy. It's like a lullaby. All night. We've got just a couple of songs to go before we take a break. And the first of those singers is going to be Tara.
Hello, everybody. I don't know. Can you actually hear me on this thing? Can you
Almost.
Almost. I'm going to mute everybody, so then we won't hear you talk.
Is it better?
You need to unmute now. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Vaguely. Okay. So because Felicity's here, hello Felicity in Japan, going through the night with us. I thought I'll sing one that I don't think I've sung it for years and years and years, but Felicity, you can sing along at home with me. Yay! It's so exciting to see you again. And all of you at Sharps as well. So the Lowlands of Holland, which has some very, very bad errors. I think it's written by somebody who's never ever been to Holland, quite clearly, but there you go. The night that I was married and laid in the wedding bed, there came a bold sea captain and stood at my bed head, saying, "Arise, arise, you wedded man, and come along with me to the lowlands of Holland to face the enemy. Oh, Holland is a lovely land, and on it grows fine grain. It is a place of residence for a soldier to remain, where the sugar cane grows plentiful and the tea grows on each tree. I never had but the one sweetheart. Now he's far away from me. Says mother to the daughter, leave off your Solomon. There are men enough in Galway to be your heart's content. If there's men enough in Galway, but alas, there's none for me. I never had but the one sweetheart. Now he's far away from me. I'll wear no stays around my waist, no combs all in my hair, no handkerchief around my neck to mark my beauty fair. And it's neither will I marry until the day I die. I never had but the one sweetheart until the lowlands came between my love and I. Bye.
Lovely.
Bye bye, folks. Got to be somewhere else. See you again.
Bye.
Dave.
Good day, guys, huh?
Okay, so moving to now not our penultimate, but our ultimate singer for this half. And it is Dave Clare is going to round us off for this half.
Where's he? He was near us.
Hello.
If you can find the unmute button.
Can you hear me?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I'm surprised that Neil's not been down the pit today, or maybe he's on the back shift. I don't know. So I'll have a little stroll down the mine with this one. It's a poem by Idris Davis, who's a friend of Dylan Thomas, and was put to music by Pete Seeger. Oh, one when you give me, say the sandbells of Romney. Is there home for the future? Say the brown bells of Merthyr. Who made the mine owner? Say the black bells of Rhondda. And who robbed the miner? Say the grim bells of Blaina. They will plunder willy-nilly, say the bells of Caerphilly. They have fangs, they have teeth, shout the bold bells of Neath. Even God is uneasy, say the moist bells of Swansea. And what will you give me? Say the sad bells of Romney. Throw the Vandals in court, say the bells of Newport. All would be well if, say the green bells of Cardiff. Why so worried, sisters, why? Say the silver bells of Wye. And what will you give me? say the sad bells of Romney. Thank you. You don't get many Welsh songs, do you?
Wow.
Just a few.
Well sung, Dave. Wonderful song.
Yes. Yes, well sung.
Just magic.
Lovely song, isn't it?
Okay,
Posterity.
welcome to the second half.
Posterity, Amanda.
I am going to be singing a song which is by Adam McNaughton and William Shakespeare, from an original idea by, well, not by William Shakespeare, because he stole it from lots of other people. Anyway. There was this king sitting in his garden all alone, when his brother in his ear poured a wee tale in vain, and his brother stole his crown and his money and his widow. But the deed king walks and got his son and says, hey, listen, kiddo, I've been killed and it's your duty to take revenge on Claudius. Kill him quick and clean and tell the nation what a fraud he is. The son says, right, I'll do it, but I'll need to play it crafty, and so as no one will suspect me, I'll kid on that I'm a dafty. So we all accept Horatio, cause he trusts him as a friend. Hamlet, that's the boy, kids on his round the bend, but because he wasn't ready for obligatory killing, he tried to make the king think he was tuppence off the shilling. Took the mickey out Polonius, treated poor Ophelia vile, till Rosencrantz and Guildenstern that Denmark was a jail. Then a troop of wandering actors like 784 arrived to do a special one at gig at Elsinore. Hamlet, Hamlet, acting balmy, Hamlet, Hamlet loved his mammy, Hamlet, Hamlet hesitating. Oh, wonders if the ghost of cheating, that is how he's waiting. So Hamlet wrote a scene for the players to enact, while Horatio and him watched to see if Claudius cracked. The play was called The Mousetrap, no, the one that's running new, and sure enough the king walked out before the scene was through. So Hamlet's got the proof that Claudius gave his dad the dose, the only problem being now that Claudius knows he knows, and so while Hamlet tells his mother her new husband's no a fit one, Uncle Claude executes a contract with the English king as hitman. Then when Hamlet killed Polonius, the concealed caprice delecti was the king's excuse to send him for an English hempen necktie with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to make sure he get there, but Hamlet jumped the boat and put the finger on that pair. Meanwhile, Laertes heard his dad been stabbed through the Ayres. He came racing back to Elsinore to sweet hot foot frae Paris, and Ophelia were dad killed by the man she wished to marry. After saying it with Fleur, she committed harry-carry. Hamlet, Hamlet, nae messin', Hamlet, Hamlet, learn his lesson. Hamlet, Hamlet, Yorick's crust convinced him that men, good or bad, at last must come to dust. Then Laertes lost the place and was demanding retribution, and the king said, keep the heathen, I'll provide you a solution. He arranged a sword fight for the interested parties, with a blunted sword for Hamlet and a sharp sword for Laertes. And to make things double sure, they all belt and braces line. He fixed the poison sword tip and a poison cup of wine. The poison sword got Hamlet, but Laertes went and muffed it, 'cause he gets stabbed himself, and he confessed afore he snuffed it. Hamlet's mammy drank the wine, and as her face turned blue, Hamlet says, I quite believe the king's a baddie new. Incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, he says to be precise, and makes up for hesitating by killing Claudius twice. 'Cause he stabbed him with a sword and forced the wine between his lips. Then he cried, the rest is silence. That means Hamlet's had his chips. They fired a volley over him that raised the topmost rafter, and Fortinbras, knee deep in Danes, lived happy ever after. Hamlet, Hamlet, oh that gory Hamlet, Hamlet, end of story. Hamlet, Hamlet, I'm away. If you think that this is boring, you should read the bloody play.
Hey,
Magic.
Just the second line, can you repeat it?
Did you not get the first thing? No.
Got the first line all right.
I'm not.
I couldn't keep up after that.
I did fine.
Who's next? What's happening next? Who knows? Oh, here we are. That's odd because Ray had his hand up first, but he's away down the list. So,
It's top of my list.
Top of my list.
Odd. I think my list seems to display in a different.
I'm in no rush. Never.
I don't know what. Ray, do you know what? Since I saw you there and you were there for ages, I'm going to put you on next. And if people want to complain, they can.
What? Lots of hands up.
Okay, prepare to be muted.
Right, am I good to go now then, yeah?
You are.
I'm not going to be assassinated or my character taken or anything like that, no. I'm just trying to learn this song, so hopefully I'll manage it all right. It's an American song. Dory Freeman. Oh, the night was black as pitch when I'd give my girl a kiss and go whistling up the hill back to my place. It was just a mile or two and the Appalachian dew would hang heavy in a mist upon my face. I learned the mud holes and the ditches, the shortcuts and the fences. I could even cross old Elk Fork on a log. But what I always feared the most, more than old Dark Holler's ghost, was Ernan's already sneaking, biting dog. Oh, I wish they'd tie him up, that dreaded rascal pup. I'd go be happy as a king upon a throne. I'd go walking bravely by with a twinkle in my eye and whistle Mountain Dew on my way home. On the weekends I would go to the moving picture show with my friends across the hill at Carbon Glow. Back through the darkness of the pines after watching Frankenstein, we lost no time in finding our way home. We learned the mud holes and the ditches, the shortcuts and the fences. We could even cross old Elk Fork on a log. But what we always feared the most, more than old Dark Holler's ghost, was Ernan's already sneaking, biting dog. Oh, I wish they'd tie him up, that dreaded rascal pup. I'd be happy as a king upon a throne. I'd go walking bravely by with a twinkle in my eye and whistle Mountain Dew on my way home. Oh, and whistle Mountain Dew on my way home. Sinead.
Great stuff.
Thanks very much, Ray.
Thanks,
and our
guys.
next singer is going to be Paul Carter.
Really?
It's it, yeah. Yeah.
I put my name down after everybody else, just about.
Well, that's odd. I'm just going to have to go from now on with the list as it appears for me. And it does. I have no idea what's going on, but it gets too confusing otherwise, to be honest. So fire away, pal. So yeah, be prepared. Everyone, be prepared to sing at any minute because.
All right, Amanda, have you got space for more singers?
Oh well.
Because I didn't put my name down again, but if there's going to be time, I will. Possibly just. We've been running on a bit because we don't. I'll put my name down, and if you run out of time, I don't mind being missed.
Because we don't
oh,
need
wait a minute. No, that's not how I do it. How do I do it?
Finishing
oh yes, that's how I do it.
Anyway, okay, pal, it's you.
Well, I was going to do a ballad, but there's so many people, I'm going to do a short one. Did you see my dearest, with his eyes of the clearest, his cheeks like red blood that's new dropped on snow? Oh, Though he was tall, dark and slender, his eyes warm and tender, he was my greenwood laddie, wherever I go. It was down in those bowers where we spent many happy hours, plucking the flowers in his company. And it was his love and kisses gave me my heart's wishes. He'll be my greenwood laddie till time is no more. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Some short songs are just fantastic, aren't they? I think we'll have John White next.
Okay. This is another very short song. It comes from
Okay, just a second, John. I'll need to mute everybody. Unmute you.
Am I?
Okay, don't start yet. I need to unmute you, which means I need to find you in the list. And oh, I get to there's a search. I can search. That's very exciting. Oh, yeah. You should be good to go now, there, John. I think.
Okay. Well, this is another short one, so we can fit more people in. It's from the music halls of Victorian days, and it's called The Pavement Artists. And those who live in London will know that they are still operating in tourist places like Trafalgar Square, but friends maybe from the States may not have come across it. So if you're in Trafalgar Square, you can see a guy on his knees with a big bag of chalks and drawing the most elaborate pictures. So here we go. Underneath the railway arch, not very far away, I knows a pavement artist who draws pictures every day. With little bits of coloured chalk, he draws his ideas out. They look so real, you'd fancy you could see them move about. His faces are so lifelike, you could fancy they could talk. It's only when he rubs them out, you see they're only chalk. And it's all done on the pavement as it does. It's a natural gift of his, it's my belief. If he draws somebody's fizz, you can still tell who it is by the writing what he's written underneath. To watch him draw, the school kids very often opts the wag, while the postman stands and quite forgets the letters in his bag. The policeman what is standing at the corner of the street, Liam forgets he's on his beat. He never draws the same thing twice. He varies his display, and the ones he'll draw tomorrow will be different from today. And it's all done on the pavement out of doors. It's a natural gift of his, it's my belief. If he draws a king or shah, you can still tell who they are by the writing, what is written underneath. The Pavement Artist.
Well done, John.
Great song. Thank you, John. Our next singer is, drum roll, wait for it, is Dave Clare.
Wow.
Yay! Yay!
Only if he unmutes himself.
I've done it. Have I done it? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go down the pit now. I've had enough of that. Finish that shift. This one, but because there's been a lot of Scottish songs, I'll sing another one. But it's I never know which. I know 2 airs to this, and I never know which one's going to come out. So I'll be surprised. By yonder green bushes, by Calder's clear stream, when me and my Annie so oft times have been, oh, the days they did pass slowly, and happy were we. But it's little I thought that a soldier I'd be. So it's farewell, young Annie, for I must away, and my country needs soldiers, and I must obey. But if Providence proves kind, love, and I do return, I will wed with you, Annie, by Calder's clear burn. On the 14th of August, our regiment was lost, and a ball from the enemy our lines came across, struck me on the temple, and the blood rushing down. I reeled and I staggered, and I fell to the ground. Come here, said my captain, come here with great speed, for I fear by yon bullet young Dinsmore is deed. 2 men with a stretcher did quickly appear, and they carried me off to a hospital there. Fresh water and brandy they poured out with speed, and they turned me all over, me wounds for to see. But if I had my Annie to bind up my wounds, one kiss from her sweet lips would soon deaden the stones. And it's now that I'm dying, and I think of lang syne, when I was a collier and worked in the mine. Oh, the tears they do trickle, and down they do fall, like the dew on the roses round bonny Wood Hall. Whoops, I did go down the mine. Sorry about that.
A lovely song, that's it.
I was going to Tom. He moved off to hospital.
Beautiful, Dave. Beautiful. Such a great song.
Why is Tom Reed not singing?
Not well.
Tom Reed, why are you not singing?
A good question, Sheila. Because I've been rather put out lately.
Oh.
But I'm fine. Just recuperating.
We'll get a song from you in good time, but not this week.
I caught some old bug that was going around, Sheila. It's kind of hard to shake it off, but I'm on the mend.
Right, not the bug, I hope.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Big bug.
It's recovered, so yay.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Now, what's
And
happening?
I'm enjoying being an audience. The audience, only audience you guys have got now.
Okay, our next
Hello,
singer is
guys.
going to be Jacqueline was the audience in the first half, but she's now stepped forward to sing. So Jacqueline Grimes is our next singer. Have you unmuted, Jacqueline?
Yeah, I've unmuted now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, fire
Okay.
away now.
I'm not going to sing very loud because everybody in my house is asleep. I'm in France and it's an hour later over here. So yeah, and it's a short one. So and I'm playing a shorty box with it. Okay. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul, it soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. For a tender beaming smile to my hopes have been granted, and tomorrow he shall hear all my fond heart has to say. I will tell him all my love, all my soul's pure adoration, and I know he will hear my voice, and he will not answer me nay. 'Tis this that gives my soul all its joyous elation, as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul, it soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. There you go.
Lovely.
What are some of the larks about these days?
I have to go through loud and clear. It's really got, and her voice, she said it was being quite. One or two other
So
people.
hypnotic, that fruity box.
Yeah, it's nice to, it's easy to play along with because it keeps you in tune.
It goes very well with that song.
Yeah. It's the first time I've tried it with that song, so I'm quite happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, what's happening next? Who knows? Neil is happening next.
Oh, right.
Yeah, fire away, Neil, once you've unmuted.
Right, well, I'll do a short one just to help the numbers. When good King Arthur ruled this land, he was a goodly king. He took 3 pecks of barley meal to make good bag pudding, to make good bag pudding, to make good bag pudding. He took 3 packs of barley meal to make a bag pudding. A bag pudding the king did make, and stuffed it well with plums. And in he put great lumps of fat, as big as my 2 thumbs, as big as my 2 thumbs, as big as my 2 thumbs. And in it put great lumps of fat, and in as big as my 2 thumbs. The king and queen did eat thereof, and noblemen decide, and what they could not eat that night, the queen next morning fried. The queen next morning fried. The queen next morning fried, and what they could not eat that night, the queen next morning fried. When good King Arthur ruled this land, he was a goodly king. He took 3 pecks of barley meal to make a bag pudding, to make a bag pudding, to make a bag pudding. He took 3 packs of barley meal to make a bag pudding.
Good.
I had that one from my mother, but to a different tune.
Was he king from Bury?
That should be charged now, shouldn't it?
Okay, I don't think I've heard that before. Right. Sheila, you fought your way to the top.
Oh, really? I thought I was going to be at the bottom of the list. I'm still trying to decide what to sing.
The list is very odd. It's
Oh, does it sort of shuffle?
I have no idea what it does. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But anyway, carry on. We'll stick with your here. Otherwise, it'll be total chaos.
I was trying to decide. I was trying to decide what to sing.
Okay. I was just going to for a second. So so you have time while you unmute yourself to decide what's coming next. Don't take too long. Are you there, Sheila?
No, got it.
Good.
Sometimes it appears when I press up there and sometimes it doesn't. We've had one music hall song, so this is another one from the singing of the great Vesta Victoria, one of my favourite music hall singers. And this is the original 3rd verse. There are, of course, only 2 on the recording, but Tony Barker eventually found the real 3rd verse for me. Ooh. Oh, with my lovely husband today I landed here by a cheap excursion train because it wasn't dear. Left me at the station, told me not to fret. While he went to look for rooms, he's looking for them yet. That's exactly 20 hours ago. I thought somehow he wasn't coming back. But when I do lay hold of him, there's going to be some fun. I only want to get upon his track. It ain't all honey and it ain't all jam. Little poo pushing through round the houses, a 3-wheel pram. All on me lonesome, not a bit to eat. Walking about on me poor old feet. My old man, if I could find him, a lesson I would give. Poor old me, I haven't got a key and I don't know where I live. Fancy 20 hours and I haven't had a drink. I feel inclined to push the perambulator down the sink. But I think the best thing for baby, pretty lamb, is put him on the parish, then I think I'll pawn the pram. He's done this thing many, many times, run away and left me, what a life. I'll bet while I am walking round looking after him, he's looking after someone else's wife. It ain't all honey and it ain't all jam, pushing round the houses a 3-wheel pram. All on me lonesome, not a bit to eat, walking about on me poor old feet. My old man, if I could find him, a lesson I would give. Poor old me, I haven't got a key and I don't know where I live. When I met me husband, I thought him mighty fine. Told me all my life that I should have the best of wine. But on me for champagne, he's never spent a quid. The only wine that I get is the whining of the kid. It ain't fair, no fair, for the train have I. I'll have to walk, I haven't got a cent. I'm 30 miles away from home, but when I do get there, I'll take a lodger in to pay the rent. It ain't all honey and it ain't all jam, pushing round the houses a three-wheel pram. All on me lonesome, not a bit to eat, walking about on me poor old feet. My old man, if I could find him, a lesson I would give. Poor old me, I haven't got a key and I don't know where I live. Works better with an accompaniment and a costume.
That's fine.
Heaven knows when we'll be doing music hall shows again.
Great. Who's next? David's iPhone 6. You're up.
Oh,
Mr. Jones, it's you.
Isn't Mr. Jones?
yeah, me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm about to not be able to hear you, so you need to unmute yourself in a second. Oh, can't hear you yet. No, you're not unmuted yet, David. No, not working. Let's. Oh, so what's going on here? Yes,
Can you
you're
hear
with
now?
us now. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
relief.
okay. This is technology. Out along in New Mexico, down on the Spanish line, I was working for old Clayton Boone, a man well past his prime. He rides in and he asks of me, what's happened to my lady? I says to him, she's quit your range. She's gone with the handsome Davy. Point out to me their fresh made tracks. I'm sorry, I've forgotten I've messed up. It's the first time in my life I'll start again. Out along in New Mexico, down on the Spanish line, I was working for old Clayton Boone, a man well past his prime. He rides in and he asks of me, what's happened to my lady? I says to him, she's quit your range. She's gone with the handsome Davy. Go saddle for me that proud cut dun with the coal black mane and tail. Point out to me their fresh made tracks. After them I'll trail. I'll buckle on my leathern chaps. I'll tie my pistol over and step aboard that proud cut dun and ride this wide world over. And I'll ride upon a saddle fine, a saddle made of silver, with bridle reins of the beaten gold, not of your common leather. Well, I rode until the midnight moon, when I seen their campfires gleaming, and I heard the sweetest mandolin and the voice of the young Dave singing. Come home to your own sweet bed, with the sheets turned bound so gaily. Do not forget my silver and gold, and your darling baby. Well, I'll not come home to my own sweet bed with the sheets turned down so gaily, and I'll forget your silver and gold, all for the love of Davy. But I can't forget my baby. Last night I slept in a room so fine, a golden room so stately. Tonight I'll sleep on the hard, cold ground by the warm side of my Davy. I'll ride along with Dave. Clayton Boone.
Really excellent version. Well done, David.
Yeah, it's a great version, that. I always like hearing that.
Beautiful. Absolutely lovely.
Hmm.
That man can sing.
Me
He
right
certainly
away.
can.
That took me right away.
He is the star of Sidmouth's Noonday Sing, for sure.
Wouldn't that be nice, Riggy?
Actually, completely randomly, the order it's come up with is we've got 3 Americans in a row, so people in America.
That's all right.
We didn't put our hands in a row.
Probably
So
foreigners
in
coming over here taking our jobs.
You can have it back.
Where do you come from, Tom?
An old bug, and suddenly you're invaded by foreigners. It's just not right.
Okay, I'm muting you now. We can't have that kind of talk. Are you there, Steve?
Yes, I am. You muted me for a second. This is an African-American prison song from around early part of the 20th century. There's a reference in it to Old Hannah. Old Hannah is the sun, and aside from that, you'll pick it up. Go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, try that. I know you can't sing along where we could hear you, but you can sing at home. That go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, you should have been here in 1901. Well, they was working the convicts from the sun to the sun. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, you should have been here in 1904. Well, there's a dead man a-lying at the end of each row. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, I turned to my buddy, and my buddy, he was dead. Well, well, well. And I looked at old Hannah, and old Hannah, she was red. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. Now, if I had known that the captain, he was blind, well, 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 I would have been running for the Mexico line. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. You should have been here in 1910. Well, well, well. They was working the women like they's working the men. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, 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 one last time. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, well.
Great stuff, Steve. Great to hear you singing again. I have to say, what's good about this format is that you get to try out harmonies that you would never dare attempt.
It's true.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, those 7-part harmonies, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but mine were out of tune.
Okay, our
All 7 of them.
American singer is Riggy. Question is, what background have you got, Riggy? Hello?
We're gonna change it to this one. Okay. All right. I want to thank Sheila for introducing me to Thomas McCarthy, who introduced me to this great American country song about sailors. Mutiny, mutiny. So you heard that introduction. I said that Sheila introduced me to Thomas McCarthy, Irishman traveler from London, who sang me this country song about sailors. There's a sea between our hearts where the waves are cold and dark, and the undertow of loneliness gets strong. But my heart caught in the tide of a love that you denied, and when you're colder than the sea we're drifting on. The sea between our hearts is dark and stormy, and the harbor of your love, it's the only haven for me. Oh, I'm only have the chart to guide me to your heart. I'd anchor there and sail the sea no more. There's a shore of memories that now I have to see, and now you're drifting off to someone new. So I haunt the lonely seas with a crew of memories, but the compass of my heart still points to you. The sea between our hearts is dark and stormy, and the harbor of your love, it's the only haven for me. If I only had a chart to guide me to your heart, I'd anchor there and sail the sea no more. There's a sea between our hearts where the waves are cold and dark, and the undertow of loneliness gets strong. But my heart's caught in the tide of the love that you've denied. But you're colder than the sea we're drifting on. Oh, the sea between our hearts is dark and stormy, and the harbor of your love, it's the only haven for me. If I only had a chart to guide me to your heart, I'd anchor there and sail the sea no more. The sea between our hearts.
Lovely, Riggy, lovely.
Cool.
Chorus not rhymed.
Yeah, I just tell you, I saw Thomas doing a song talk at the Singers Festival in Knockrockery in Roscommon about 3 years ago, and he was talking about. He said, "My mother, she did love the country music." He said, "And I don't love it myself. I love the misery."
I have to say that song is just fantastically sentimental.
Yeah,
Under the eyes.
There's no greater joy than misery.
Yeah.
If you're an Irishman.
That's why we all love a good ballad.
Dave, do you remember the song that he sang in Roscommon? Clasp to the Pig.
He sang a load. It was a whole weekend of singing.
Yeah, there was one. There was a very good one called "Clasp to the Pig."
Oh yes,
which has been redone by Derry.
Who are we talking about? The singer from Roscommon?
Yeah.
Less than average misery in that
Who
one.
was that?
Thomas McCarthy.
Oh, same guy. Same guy.
Same guy.
Jacqueline, I'd forgotten you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, that's where I met you.
Yeah, that's right.
Never been the same since.
And the other Dave with Margaret.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I love his singing.
What's happening next?
Yeah.
What's happening next is out of order, but because you didn't sing in the first half, I'm going to put on Kathy.
Hey.
Except I've done something on my screen that is difficult to reverse. Okay, yes, here we go. Here we go. Kathy, you're good to go once you've unmuted yourself.
Right. Sorry I wasn't here in the first half, but some of us have got very busy lives and I was at a CD launch earlier on. A May song. Cheshire Mayday song, which Pete Coe changed the words to include some of the wealthy families of Cheshire. All on this pleasant morning together come we to tell you of the blossom that hangs on every tree. We have stayed up all evening to welcome in the day good people, all both great and small. It is the 1st of May, the 1st of May. Oh, rise up, Mr. Wilbraham, all joys to you betide. Your horse is ready saddled, a-hunting for to ride. Your saddle is of silver, your bridle of the gold. Your wife shall ride beside you, so lovely to behold. Good people, all both great and small, it is the 1st of May, the 1st of May. Oh, rise up, Mr. Edgerton, and take your pen in hand. You're a learned scholar, as we do understand. Rise up, Mrs. Stockton, put on your rich attire. Every hair upon your head shines like the silver wire. Good people, all both great and small, it is the 1st of May, the 1st of May. Rise up, the master of this house, put on your chain of gold. Turn unto your loving wife, so comely to behold. Rise up, the mistress of this house, with gold upon your breast. If your body be asleep, we hope your soul's at rest. Good people, all both great and small, it is the 1st of May, the 1st of May. Oh, rise up, the good housekeeper, put on your gown of silk. We hope you have a husband good and 20 cows to milk. But where are all the pretty maids that live next door to you? Why, they have gone to bathe themselves all in the morning dew. Good people, all both great and small, it is the 1st of May, the 1st of May. God bless your house and harbour, your riches and your store. We hope the Lord will prosper you both now and evermore. For now we're going to leave you in peace and plenty here. We shall not sing this song again until another year. Good people, all both great and small, it is the 1st of May, the 1st of May.
Lovely, Kathy, lovely.
Yeah, with that electric guitar.
Okay, thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you could make it fit us into your busy life. Whose was the CD?
Well, it was Brown Boots, and they were originally going to launch tonight at the Slaughtered Lamb, which bizarrely is just down the road from Cecil Sharp House. So I was able to get from one gig to another quite quickly.
Great stuff. Okay, what's happening is I've got another 6 singers, which means we are going to go on a bit beyond 11, but as I say, the bar doesn't need to close, and we don't have to get the tube home, so hopefully it's all right to do that. And our next singer is Jan.
And Casper's not arrived yet anyway. So
No, where's
I've got to get up early for the pensioner shopping hour.
Casper. Who's Casper?
For him to come in.
Plays the saw, turns up at about 11:15. Anyway, what's
Where's
happening?
the electric saw?
Jan, I'm going to mute everybody, and Jan, stand by to unmute yourself and sing.
Yeah, am I unmuted?
You are indeed.
I've actually had a request. for one of my poems. Ray saw me do this at Waltham Abbey Folk Club some years ago, and he's requested this. So this is called Dressing. Stepping fresh from the shower, bending into a basque, fiddling with the fishnets, stumbling with suspenders, stalking into stilettos, slithering into a satin slip, wriggling into a velvet skirt, slipping on a silky shirt, out with the black eyeliner, mascara and eyeshadow blue, a little smudge of blusher, pout and wink in the mirror, get you. Lashings of lovely red lipstick, nervously hoping that no one will guess, whilst while fiddling with fingertip curls that one does enjoy to cross-dress, and Georgie's off out with the girls. That's it.
Thanks, Jan.
Okay.
Thank you. I love it when we get a little bit of poetry or spoken word along with the songs. Thank you for that. Okay.
Wondering where it was going to go when you started going on about the fingering, though.
Oh!
Oh, we can
Sure. I'm going to have to go to bed if this keeps going.
Moving swiftly on.
Very swiftly.
Oh, I think we've got somebody else has put their hand up. Anyway, we've lost track. So our next singer is Dave Earl.
Oh.
Can't hear you, Dave. You need to unmute. Oh dear, Dave, stop. You need to unmute.
Yes. What I was saying was, I went to the other place and they said, come and sing for us. So I did. So I sang and then they closed it. So I'm back here. So I'll sing what I sang there. Now, madam, I've waited a very long time to ask you if you could but spare me some time. For there's things in me heart I've been longing to say, but try as I might, sure I can't find the way. And I'll show you the sun cross the fields in the morn. I will fetch thee a bonnet and I'll deck it with corn. And I'll buy thee a shawl thread with ribbons of blue, to show you the measure I've troubled for you. Now I'm thinking it likely that you'll never be mine, for I'd be a poor catch for a woman so fine. But if I never ask thee, then I'll never know if by some small chance you some favour might show. And I'll show you the sun cross the fields in the morn. I will fetch thee a bonnet and I'll deck it with corn. And I'll buy thee a shawl thread with ribbons of blue, to show you the measure I've troubled for you. Now I know that me fortune be pitiful small, and apart from me cottage I've nothing at all, but the store in me garden and fruit on me tree, and I'd be awful proud if thou'd share 'em with me. And I'll show you the sun cross the fields in the morn. I will fetch thee a bonnet and I'll deck it with corn. And I'll buy thee a shawl thread with ribbons of blue, to show you the measure I troubled for you. Now, madam, I see by the look in your eye that maybe you're thinking the same thing as I. So come take me hand and we'll walk in full view, and we'll give thy old gossip some tonguing to do. And I'll show you the sun cross the fields in the morn. I will fetch thee a bonnet and I'll deck it with corn. And I'll buy thee a shawl thread with ribbons of blue, to show you the measure I've troubled for you. Dave Ferguson.
Thank you, Dave. Very, very sweet song. And then suddenly you're talking about tonguing. What's going on?
Anyway, what's happening to
It's
my
that time of night.
going all over the place? Oh.
Nice one, Dave.
I blame that Kathy lowering the tone.
Right. Clive sends his apologies. His battery went flat again.
All right. Right. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, everybody. My machine went bananas and I lost you all, but I've got you back again. Right. Carry on.
Okay. Our next singer is Dave Harbord.
Oh, thank you very much.
Harbord.
Unmuted, yeah. Hello there. We've had a lot of happiness lately. I'm just about to put an end to all that. I can tell you, old Thomas would have loved this song. I hear. It's of a girl so fair and a shepherd's daughter dear. She was courted by her own dear heart's delight. But his mother's laid a snare and false letters did prepare, saying, meet me in the garden here tonight. So this young girl arose and into the garden goes, expecting there to meet her heart's delight. She searched the garden round, but no true love could be found, till at length the bloody gardener came inside. Says he, me pretty maid, and what brings you here this day? Have you come to steal me flowers, oh so gay? She's cried, no thief I am, but I'm in search of my young man, who promised that he'd meet me here today. Then he's took out his knife and cut a tender thread of life, and he's laid her virtuous body all on the ground, and with those flowers so bright and gay, her grave did overlay, in a way her body never would be found. Then a young man arose and into the garden goes, and a milk-white dove came fluttering where she lay, and with battering wings so sweet flew around the young man's feet. Ah, but when he arose, this dove, she flew away. This dove, she flew away and into some myrtle tree, and the young man followed after so full of pain, and from that tree so tall, down on her grave did fall the fresh blood from off his breast like crimson rain. So this young man arose and back to his home he goes, crying, cursed be my mother here this day, for she's robbed me of my joy, my jewel and my toy, and I rue the life she ever gave to me. Thank you. Journey.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, we're coming into the home straight. So there's 4 singers left. So one of you is going to be finishing. So you might want to think about which song you want to finish with, but it's not going to be Alison Frosdick because she's up next. I don't know if that what I just said made any sense at all. You're next, Alison.
That's fine. I haven't got a finishing song, but I am going to stand up.
Yeah, good.
I've been sat down for too long. Oh. So here's a song that I got from Vaughan Williams's collection, Bushes and Briars. Abroad as I was walking, and walking all alone, I heard two lovers talking, and singing a fine song. Says the younger one unto the fair one, bonny lassie, I must away, for the king he has commanded, and his orders we must obey. That's not what you promised me when you did me beguile. You said that you would marry me if I should prove with child. Do not me forsake, but pity, for great is my woe. Through France, Spain, or bonny Ireland, all along with you I will go. I fear the treacherous journeys, love, they will cause you for to weep. Those hills and lofty mountains, they will blister your tender feet. You will not yield to find in another field with me all night long. And your parents, they will be angry if along with me you do roam. My friends I do not venture, nor my foes I do not fear, but along with me jolly sailor boy, I will venture far and near. Its gold shall not repent, nor any other man, for along with you I will go, to fight the French and Spaniards, or any other daring foe. Oh, since you prove so venturesome, and to venture your sweet life, but first I will marry you, and make you my lawful wife. And if anyone offend, I'll be there, of that you will see. You shall hear the drums and trumpets sound in the wars of high Germany. You shall hear the drums and trumpets sound in the wars of high Germany.
I've heard before.
Lovely. Lovely, Alison.
Thank you.
That was a cracker, Alison. Thank you.
It was. Indeed it was.
Is going to be Martin Nail.
Oh, good. I'm glad I haven't quite gone to bed yet.
No. Well, we get Martin, and then we get Jean, and then we've got Barbara, in that order, unless there's a huge objection from someone who doesn't want to finish. But yeah, there we are. So Martin, fire away.
Okay.
Right, yes, a song from song collects from a woman called Louise Holmes, who lived near Hereford. Oh, my father's the king of the gypsies, it is true. Me mother, though, she learned me some camping for to do. I put me bag all on me back and they did wish me well. And I went off to London, some fortunes for to tell. Some fortunes for to tell, some fortunes for to tell. And I went off to London, some fortunes for to tell. Well, as I was a-walking down some fair London street, a handsome young squire I chanced therefore to meet. He viewed my brown cheeks and he liked them so well. Says he, me little gypsy girl, can you me fortune tell? Can you me fortune tell? Can you me fortune tell? Says he, me little gypsy girl, can you me fortune tell? Oh, sir, I replied, give me first hold of your hand. It's you that has riches, fine houses and fine lands. The fairer girls is dainty, but you must set them by. I am the little gypsy girl that is to be a bride, that is to be a bride, that is to be a bride. I am the little gypsy girl that is to be a bride. Well, he took me to his castle, there was carpet on the floor, and servants there to welcome me and open every door, and ladies there of honour, and music loud did play to celebrate the tidings of the gypsy's wedding day, the gypsy's wedding day. The gypsy's wedding day, to celebrate the tidings of the gypsy's wedding day. So it's farewell to the gypsy life and camping on the green. No more with me brothers and me sisters I'll be seen. For once I was a gypsy girl, but now a squire's bride, with servants to wait on me, and in me carriage ride.
Well, that's cool.
Thank you, Martin. Great stuff. So our penultimate singer is now going to be Jean. Oh,
Ah.
strange noises. I'll mute everyone and hope it's not. Okay, Jean, just unmute yourself and off you go. Are you there? Jean W?
Sorry? Can you hear me?
You're very quiet.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Beyond these present storms that blow, waiting patiently. No secrets held in an open heart, the spirit that soars over mountains. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Somehow a guiding light always shows the way to those who lose their way by night, searching for the day away from happiness. Tomorrow will bring a new sunrise. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Sometimes when winds are still, unexpectedly, perhaps beyond this silent hill, a voice will call to me. Raise your eyes to see my world. Raise your voice and sing out. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me.
Oh, lovely. Right.
Great, Jean. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Jean, the cat loved that one. Totally. Well, I loved it too. Thank you. But she loved it too.
Okay, so finally we're rolling into port. Is that an expression? Anyway, about Barbara Scott is going to take us there. Barbara, please.
We finished off there.
Evening operas in fine style from North Carolina.
Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to close, well, I didn't think about closing. Actually, I thought about these coal mining songs that we've been hearing, and I want to sing a very American coal mining song. It was written by Jean Ritchie, and it's also, as well as being a coal mining song and a very American song, it's a song about coal mining from a woman's point of view, and I've always loved this song. Oh, did you see him going? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the coal. His tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia, his home. It was round about noon. I was feeding the children. Bill Mosley came running to bring us the news. Number 8 is all flooded. Many men are in danger, and we don't know their numbers, but we fear they're all doomed. So I picked up the baby, and I left all the others to comfort each other and pray for their own. There's Tommy, 16, and there's Jim, not much younger. Their own time soon coming to go down the black hole. Oh, if I had the money to do more than just feed them, I'd give them good learning, the best could be found. So when they grew up, they'd be checkers and weighers and not spend their time drilling in the dark underground. Oh, what will I say to his poor little children? And what will I say to his mother at home? And what will I say to my heart that's pure broken? To my heart that's pure broken, if my darling is gone. Oh, did you see him going? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the coal. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia, his home.
Lovely, lovely. Well done.
Wonderful. I love that song.
Thank you, Barbara. What a fantastic, masterful song
Yes.
to finish on.
Didn't seem like a finish, Amanda. I think you should sing one more yourself.
Oh no, no way, no. I don't have a song in my head at the moment, Tom. And you're one to speak. You've been to 3 sessions, haven't you?
Oh, he's got a good excuse.
I'll leave it till next week. But thank you all for coming. And
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you,
Amanda.
Thank you for organising it. Really super. Thank you.
You're lovely.
Judy.
Good night.
Hello, Judy.
Bye.
Hello, Judy.
See you all.